everybody. My name is Rebecca Wilberg. I live just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know if you can see her, but this is my dog Barley checking out all the boxes here. I'm originally from Wisconsin. That's where I grew up, and Barley and I have been hiking out here in the mountains of Western North Carolina for just over 10 years now. It's our favorite thing to do. Every weekend we hit a new trail, try to head out here as often as possible. Let's see, what's it been, about 3.5 weeks now. I was actually getting a root canal the day of Hurricane Helene, and when I finished the root canal, I went home. I was exhausted, and I was just laying there talking to Jesus about what I can do to help. It was pretty clear already that the devastation out here was going to be really, really bad. I spent the next couple of days just asking the Lord, talking to some friends, and I just heard him say, just say yes to me and just ask people. Just ask people to give. Whoever you know, spread the word. So I hopped on a Facebook. I hadn't even been on Facebook for 4 years, y'all. I hopped on a Facebook video, did a live, and just talked to people about the devastation that I knew was out here and what the critical needs were. And my commitment to the people that were listening was that I would, 1, be asking for the most critical needed items, and 2, that I would get them out to the furthest hills and hollers. I wasn't gonna go to the big areas where everyone else was going. I was personally gonna get in my car, get to know these people, and find out where the need was. And if people were willing to give, they could trust me to get it to those places. Man, you guys, it is amazing what one simple yes to what the Lord is asking you to do will do. Sorry, I'm gonna choke up, but he will amplify your yes. All you have to do is be willing to position yourself in a place where he can multiply your efforts. I put this video out. It's been, I don't know, maybe about 2 weeks now since I started. We have raised well over $30,000 just from my friends and family, you guys, just from friends and family and word of mouth and someone telling somebody. $30,000 in critical needs supplies. When I say critical needs, I mean heaters, I mean camp stoves, I mean chainsaw chains and bars and chainsaws and dehumidifiers, hand pump air mattresses, anything that not everyone's bringing out here, right? It's those items that are tougher to find, that people literally need to survive. Last night I transitioned. We're kind of moving toward phase 3. So now I've started talking to people about supplies for rebuilding, tools, screws, drywall screws, squares, drywall tape, whatever, electrical sockets, breakers, breaker panels, whatever you can think of. That's what I'm talking to people about now. And every night I sit down and I'm like, okay, God, how long do you want me to do this? What's next? Do you want me to keep going? Do you want me to keep asking people for things? Every single time, including last night, I sat down. I was like, Lord, do I keep going? I've got to pay the bills. I got to work too. What do I do? During that time in prayer, while I was reading my Bible, a complete stranger messaged me, and she said, Rebecca, can I send you $1,000 to just use where you see fit if you see a need while you're out there in those communities? To me, that was just God's yes to just say, keep going, just keep going, keep asking, keep telling these people stories. And that's been the amazing part about all of this. I mean, all I'm doing is getting in the car with a car full of supplies that are people donating. But what God has done consistently every single day, including today, which is why I'm here, you guys, is just guided me down the right road to the exact need. I mean, I was in Lansing, North Carolina, in the middle of nowhere, found an animal shelter that does a drive every year to raise dog food for people who can't afford it through the winter. They can't do that drive this year because nobody has money to give. I had 600 pounds of dog food in my car to be able to bring to these guys. We came back through town. I rode down another side road to a tiny little church and asked if they needed anything. They were like, you know what, we're good. We have a lot of supplies. We were just about to leave, and a woman pulled up. She'd never been to that church before. You guys, the people are coming back to the churches because the churches are helping the people. And she was like, I need beds. Do you have any beds? I was just about to leave with hand pump air mattresses, sheet sets, brand new blankets and brand new pillows to give to this lady. I mean, she was sobbing. That's all we did. We stopped at that one church just because God knew that lady needed 2 beds and bedding sets. He is constantly doing this time and time again. I mean, I have so many stories. I pulled up to a distribution site 2.5 weeks ago when there wasn't really anyone out there. I pulled up with a Bronco full of all of these critical supplies, and these ladies came out and gave me the biggest hug I have ever had. They were like, we just gave away our last item 5 minutes ago and sat here and prayed for the Lord to bring new supplies. And here you are. He is constantly meeting needs. I'm telling you guys, there is revival happening in these mountains. God is bringing people back to the church. He's showing people, he's opening the doors of the church, right? So the people who've stayed in their little church groups their entire lives are now opening themselves back up to the community again. He's bringing people together. He's recreating community. He is inspiring hope. You can't even understand the depth of loss here, and yet there is so much hope because we, the people, are coming out here together and meeting needs. It's not the government. It's not federal funding. It is we, the people like you who are watching, who are sending in donations, who are supporting us with encouraging words. It's going so far, and just watch. I was just telling these guys here at Camp Unknown, restoration is about to happen in these hills. And the biblical definition of restoration is to restore to better than before. Appalachia is going to come alive again. There are going to be new businesses, new ministries, new movements, new inventions, new models and ways of doing things, new communities, tiny homes, you name it. It is going to happen here, and people all over the country are going to watch and see. So whatever you're doing, however you're supporting, please keep doing it. If you want to follow me and my stories or send stuff through the wish list, I'm going to get it out here to these guys at Camp Unknown. Here's what I love about them, and this is why I'm so excited that God connected me to these people here today. They are out going down these roads that the utilities can't get to yet, that the big work trucks can't get to yet. They are clearing trees, they're clearing roads, they're reaching people who literally haven't been able to leave their homes yet. And not only are they clearing roads, but they're finding out what the needs are, and they're making sure that these critical supplies are getting into the hands of people that truly need it. It's not just going to people who are coming in and hoarding stuff and gonna sell it on eBay. They're literally doing what they're doing with discernment. And that is a word that I have been holding on to these past 3 weeks, is to do things with discernment. It is happening here. They are being careful with what you're giving. They're being careful with who they're serving, and they're meeting the needs of the farthest to reach people. So please keep following along. Please keep supporting us. Barley's got an itch here. Sorry about that. Like I said, my name is Rebecca Wilberg. It's spelled like in the Bible, REBEKAHWILBERG. You can follow me on Facebook as well to see some of the stories. But today is just another testimony of the Lord just guiding me to the right place at the right time. Thank y'all.